So we talk a lot about Joe Biden being hilarious on this channel, and with good reason. The man really is hilarious. Whether he's blaming last year's inflation on something that happened last month, or when he's screaming words that no one knows exist yet, or giving out crack pipes to cure racism. Everything Joe Biden does is extremely funny, which sometimes leads to another hilarious person in the White House being left out, and that is Kamala Harris. Now, don't get me wrong, she's not as genuinely laugh out loud funny as the old kid sniffer. In fact, she seems like a genuinely unpleasant person anytime you see her on the screen. At least you kind of feel sorry for Joe Biden because he's clearly an old man with late stage dementia. Mrs. Cameltoe just comes across as some sort of a witch. And she has her own set of hilarious shenanigans. Back in 2020, she was e-begging for people to donate to get rioters out of jail during the Black Lives Matter scam. Sorry, I meant they're totally not a money grab, and in fact a virtuous way to send a message to the cops. Burn down all the local black owned businesses. That'll show them, won't it? And of course, she was a fervent voice for the Justice for Jussie movement back in 2019, calling what happened to him a modern day lynching, but was oddly silent when after 3 years of hard police work, Jussie Smollett's attacker was finally put behind bars. And who can forget earlier this year when Joe Biden had too much ice cream and kids to lick, so he sent Kamala Harris to Poland to defuse the situation in Russia and Ukraine. And about a day later, Kamala had angered Putin so much that he declared war on Ukraine. Now, I can't prove that it happened like that. It's just funny that the timeline suggests it did. And knowing this woman is staggeringly out of her depth, it certainly could have happened like that. Speaking of total incompetence, she also can't talk like a human being. She has multiple instances of this on record, but the funniest one to me is when she was asked to explain the conflict in Russia on a radio show, and she said this: "So, Ukraine is a country in Europe. It exists next to another country called Russia. Russia is a bigger country. Russia is a powerful country. Russia decided to invade a smaller country called Ukraine. So basically that's wrong, and it goes against everything that we stand for." So this woman is clearly a complete idiot. I think we've established that, a legitimate lolcow on the world stage, just like Joe. So it should come as no surprise that this big-brained individual today bestowed some more of her wisdom. I'm excited personally to learn off someone as educated as Kamala Harris. Let's listen and absorb the teachings.
The governor and I, and we were all doing a tour of the library here, and talking about the significance of the passage of time, right? The significance of the passage of time. So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time in terms of what we need to do to lay these wires, what we need to do to create these jobs. And there is such great significance to the passage of time when we think about a day in the life of our children.
So what you were saying is there is some kind of, bear with me here, I want to get this right, let's say great significance to the passage of time, Kamala. Is that what I am to understand off this? This is how an Instagram thought talks when she's trying to sound intelligent and delude herself that she has subscribers because of her brain and not those bikini photos. These people are allegedly the leaders of the free world, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, and neither of them can even speak. The simplest thing a human being can do. These are wild times, I've got to say. That's it for today's video. Don't forget to like and share, subscribe to see more content like this. Thanks, boy.